If you find yourself wide awake in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling and wondering why sleep seems just out of reach, you are not alone. Nighttime awakenings are one of the most common sleep complaints I encounter in my practice. But what if I told you that the key to falling back asleep isn't about trying harder, but about understanding and working with your body's natural systems? Today, I'm going to share a clinically proven approach that has helped thousands of my patients reclaim restful sleep, backed by the latest research in sleep medicine and neuroscience. I'm Dr. Verena, board-certified sleep specialist. Let's begin by addressing a widespread misconception: the idea that you can will yourself back to sleep through sheer determination. Many people, in a moment of frustration, squeeze their eyes shut and silently chant, "Sleep, sleep, sleep." Unfortunately, this approach is not only ineffective, it can actually make things worse. To understand why, let's look at the science. Sleep and wakefulness are governed by two opposing systems in your body: the sleep system and the arousal system. Your sleep system is regulated by your circadian rhythm, your internal biological clock, and your homeostatic sleep drive, which builds up the longer you're awake, creating a natural pressure to sleep. On the other hand, your arousal system is designed to keep you alert and responsive, especially during the day. Under ideal circumstances, these systems are in balance. As night falls, your arousal system quiets down, allowing your sleep system to take over. However, research shows that stress, anxiety, or even subtle disruptions in your environment can keep your arousal system activated at night. This heightened state of arousal is often the real reason you find yourself awake at 2 a.m., even when you feel exhausted. When you try to force yourself back to sleep, you inadvertently trigger the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This is a well-documented physiological response. The more you worry about not sleeping, the more alert your body becomes. It's like pressing the accelerator when you're trying to stop the car. Instead, the solution lies in gently guiding your body and mind back into a state of rest. Let's talk about what you should avoid if you want to fall back asleep efficiently. First, resist the urge to check the clock. Studies have shown that clock watching increases cognitive arousal and stress, making it even harder to drift off. Second, avoid looking at your phone or any screens. The blue light emitted by electronic devices suppresses melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep, and the mental stimulation from scrolling or reading can keep your brain in a wakeful state. Third, try to stay in bed unless you have a genuine need to get up, such as using the bathroom. Remaining in bed helps reinforce the association between your bed and sleep in your brain, a principle supported by cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI. Now, let's move into the practical, science-backed techniques that can help you transition back to sleep naturally. The first step is to calm your nervous system. When you wake up in the middle of the night, your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, is often activated. Our goal is to shift dominance to the parasympathetic nervous system, which governs rest and digest functions. One of the most effective ways to do this is through controlled breathing. Deep diaphragmatic breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, which in turn lowers heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and decreases the production of stress hormones. This physiological cascade is well documented in clinical studies and is foundational in many relaxation therapies. I recommend the 4-7-8 breathing technique, developed by Dr. Andrew Weil and supported by research in sleep medicine. Here's how it works. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale gently through your mouth for 8 seconds. Visualizing the numbers as you count can further anchor your focus and reduce intrusive thoughts. Repeat this cycle 7 to 10 times. Most people notice a tangible drop in heart rate and a sense of heaviness or warmth, a clear sign that the body is shifting into a sleep-ready state. Next, address any lingering physical tension. Even if you feel relaxed, subtle muscle tension, especially in the jaw, shoulders, or abdomen, can keep your brain on alert. Progressive muscle relaxation, PMR, is a technique validated by decades of research. It involves systematically tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups, starting from your toes and moving up to your face. This process not only helps you identify hidden tension, but also sends powerful feedback to your brain that it is safe to let go and rest. The entire sequence takes just a few minutes and can significantly enhance your readiness for sleep. Once your body is calm, it's time to quiet your mind. Neuroscientific studies show that as we fall asleep, our thoughts become less structured and more image-based, a phenomenon known as hypnagogic imagery. You can facilitate this transition using a method called cognitive shuffling. Choose a neutral word, such as blanket or garden. Take the first letter and think of several words that start with that letter, briefly picturing each one. Move to the next letter and repeat. This gentle mental exercise mimics the natural, random thought patterns of early sleep, helping your mind disengage from logical, wakeful thinking. Let's recap. If you wake up in the middle of the night, first, use 4-7-8 breathing to calm your nervous system. Next, practice progressive muscle relaxation to release physical tension. Finally, use cognitive shuffling to guide your mind into a sleep-friendly state. These steps work together to lower arousal on every level, physically, mentally, and emotionally, creating the optimal conditions for your natural sleep mechanisms to take over. It's important to remember that waking up during the night is not a sign that your sleep is broken or that something is wrong with you. In fact, brief awakenings are a normal part of the sleep cycle. Your body is simply checking in to ensure you are safe. By responding with patience and calm, rather than frustration, you send a powerful signal to your nervous system. It's safe to relax and return to sleep. If you find that nighttime awakenings persist and significantly impact your quality of life, I strongly recommend considering cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBTI. This is the gold standard, evidence-based treatment for chronic insomnia, endorsed by organizations such as the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. Over 70% of individuals who complete CBTI experience substantial improvements in sleep quality, including faster sleep onset, fewer awakenings, and better daytime functioning. For those interested, I've partnered with Sleep Reset to offer an accessible, effective CBTI program, which you can find on my website. Additionally, preparing your mind and body for rest before bedtime by managing light exposure, optimizing your sleep environment, and establishing relaxing routines can further reduce the likelihood of nighttime awakenings. Remember, restful sleep is not about force or willpower. It's about understanding your body's natural rhythms and working with them. With the right strategies, you can reclaim your nights and wake up feeling truly restored. For more in-depth guidance, including my comprehensive bedtime routine, I invite you to explore the additional resources available on my website and channel. Your best night's sleep is within reach. Let's make it a reality together.